Here we're going to select data in ArcMap and then export the data that we only wanted from the selection. So let's go ahead and open up ArcMap, Chapter 1, Map Docs. This is going to be exercise 141. Once exercise 141 opens up, you'll see a map, something like this. Go ahead and go over to the Bookmarks tab and select Area 1. Here we have a block and a subdivision. We'll want to go over here, use the Select Features tool, and draw a rectangle around all those different parcels. Alternatively, you can use all the different methods of the Selector tool. You could use Select by Line. I'm going to clear it. If you use the Select by Line tool, you could do something like this, and it'll select all that touch that. So whichever method you're most familiar with or comfortable with, you can select those parcels. I'm going to go ahead and just use the rectangle tool. So now that you have those selected, in the bottom left-hand corner, you should see number of features selected is 14. That's always a good hint to let you know if there's stacked layers or if there's anything unexpected going on. But there's 14 parcels here, and that's to be expected. Now that we have those parcels selected, just like before, we can go ahead and right-click on the layer, go down to Data, and Export Data. We're going to create a shapefile or a DBF, whichever part of it you want. We want to instead, remember when we used this dialog for export data in the first exercise? It said all features. This time we want to do selected. It should be selected by default if you have an active selection in ArcMap. Next, we want to make sure the coordinate system, yes, we'll use the one from the layers source data. And then we'll want to make sure we put it in the right place. So we want to go Exercises, Chapter 1, Output. And there's a few other things in here that we've used before, so that as we work through the class, you'll start seeing other stuff show up in this folder. And we want to use a shapefile, and then let's call this one Parcels EX141. Should say shapefile. Go ahead and press Save. If everything looks correct, press OK. Now, do you want to add the exported data to the map as a layer? Press Yes this time, because we want to see what this data is actually that came out. Okay, so since we added the data to our table of contents, now go ahead and right-click on the new layer, Parcels EX141, and select Zoom to Layer. That way we can see exactly the data that we wanted. You can go ahead and uncheck Boise Parcels if you want. You can also clear your selection just so it doesn't confuse anything. You can alternatively go to Bookmarks, select Area 1, zoom back out. You can turn Boise Parcel back on, and you can see the data that you exported.